storm show. Ay, it's a storm show.
Are you tired of suffering from bloating, constipation, and other digestive issues? Are you ready to finally lose that food, but that just never seems to go away? Then consider using my colon cleaner. And yes, you heard me right, my colon cleaner. This colon cleaner is made of 100% organic psyllium fiber and has helped people reverse IBS, lose weight, and so much more. All of the information and contact info for the creator of my colon cleaner is in the description box below. What is up, Chasers? We got an R&B superstar. In my opinion, I feel like this man is definitely under. I've listened to a lot of his music today and yesterday as well, and we're gonna get into why we don't know his name the same way we know like Tank, Sammy, and all the other R&B legends out there. So, how you doing, Amari?
Man, I'm doing good, man. I appreciate you for having me on my show. On your show, man, because you know what I'm saying, I appreciate what you're doing for the community, and I just appreciate what you got going on Instagram, and I like it.
Hey, I appreciate that. Now, here's the thing, man. I gotta say this right off bat. You're from California, right?
Yeah, I'm from California, man. You already know, man. Northern California, to be exact.
I don't know why. Have you ever been told you sound like Ray J, like your tone?
Yeah, a lot of people tell me that, man. It's crazy. A lot of people tell me that. I don't even try to sound like them. I ain't take the Amari J from that. J's the first initial of my last name. It's crazy.
Wow. Yeah, because when I was listening to your stuff, I was like, is this Ray J? You kind of sound like you kind of sound like Ray J though, but with better vocals. No shade to him, but you know
I appreciate that. I do feel the same way. You know what I'm saying? But he got them falsettos, but I think I got them now on those though.
I agree. Well, okay, man. Why don't you tell my viewers a little bit about who is Amari J, the artist?
So, man, look, man, I'm Amari J, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing this R&B thing. I've been doing this a long time independently. Shout out to the team, YNP. Shout out to my brother Charlie. You know what I'm saying? My brother Damari and my brother Cali Star. Just the whole team, you know what I'm saying? And we just working and pushing the lines that we got, you know what I'm saying? Young and pushing YNP. So we just pushing for youth and success. So it don't matter what you're doing, whether you're doing music, playing basketball, hustling, you know what I'm saying? Whatever you doing, man, you know what I'm saying? Getting it out to whatever, you know what I'm saying? It's all
Just
part of pushing.
money.
So yeah, exactly. So that's what it's all about, you know what I'm saying? Pushing for goals and pushing for dreams, man. So, you know, I've been doing this a long time. Out here in Northern California, the Bay Area to be exact, you know what I'm saying?
Oh my God,
all the West.
come out the Bay.
He said what?
All the good stuff come out the Bay. All the good singers come out the Bay.
Yeah, man, I appreciate that, man. You know what I mean? For real. Shout out Keisha Cole. You know, it's a lot of people.
Man, wow. I don't know what's in y'all water up there, but damn. Man.
Yeah, it's crazy. I think it's California, you know, all together though. You know what I'm saying? I think we will move stronger if we was all together too.
Yeah, definitely. Now tell us, what does well, I guess the best way I can put it, what did music do for you? Because you know, a lot of days these youth out here, a lot of them are talented, but they don't have any outlets. So what was music for you in your life?
Man, music has elevated my life and changed my life in the most positive direction I could ever think of, man. I'll be honest with you. I don't know where I would be today if it wasn't for music. I don't even think I'd still be here. You know what I'm saying? Because yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you, because music, just the fact that I can go through something, deal with a situation, come out with an album about it, and release my energy through that, it's amazing, bro.
Yeah. Like it's basically your therapy is what it sounds like.
Yeah, man, it's my therapy, and it's what I love, and it's what I love to do. And it also opened a lot of avenues to just be able to get to know a lot of people, man, that I would not normally get to know in a lot of areas. Just being, you know, a public figure on Instagram, I'm able to tap in with a lot of people, man. So it's been crazy.
That's what's up. Now tell us a little bit about the artists you've worked with, because I looked at your resume and it's really impressive.
Thank you. Yeah, man, I worked with a lot of artists, man. From Ray J to a lot of Bay Area artists to a lot of independent artists to being in the room with the R.Kellys to being in the room with Chris Brown's songwriting production team to being in the room with a lot of people, man. So, you know, it's been a crazy and wild ride, man, but it's been a lot of people, DJ Charisma, Adam from No Jumper,
Wow.
just a lot of people, Marlon Wayans. I've met a lot of people, man, and talked to a lot of people and gave them my music as well and stuff like that, man. So it's been crazy.
That's what's up, man. Now, we can't just skip past R.Kelly name and not say nothing. I'm sorry, man, but we gotta ask. We gotta talk about
it. Hey, man, it's all good, man. It's all good, man. R. Kelly, man, I did some brief mentoring with him, and like I said, the last time I met him was seen him was the Playhouse Club in Hollywood. You know what I'm saying? That's on my mother's life.
Okay. Oh, look, we believe you. You say on your mother's life, man. I believe you. But tell me, man, when you were around him in those brief encounters, did you see anything out of the ordinary? Did you see anything that would, cause alarm or anything like that?
To be honest with you, man, because I'm not around dude 24/7 and stuff like that, I never got to see nothing out of the ordinary to me. What I did see was a lot of vultures around them. I did happen to see that. I seen a lot of people, asking for stuff, trying to, cling on to him. I'm not gonna lie, like when he was going to the club, inside the club and leaving, it was just ladies just trying to, grab on to him and take them their way and go inside the building backstage. It was crazy, man. So, yeah, he got a lot to deal with just as far as being that big of a person.
Okay. So, and I'm glad you said that. And it's not that, and I'm not going to ask you to comment on this part. It's not that, I'm endorsing anything that he's been allegedly accused of. And yes, we have to use those terms. But I'm glad you pointed out the fact that he wasn't out here just snatching people and kidnapping folks. Like, it was a lot of people that wanted to be with R.Kelly, even though they knew what was going on. Allegedly.
Right. Security couldn't even fight all the women that was trying to gang up on them. Like, they was coming in groups. So it's crazy. But I don't support any abuse of women, any abuse of anybody, that goes on sexually or anything like that, period, of these allegations. If this man did what they said he did, I mean, then he should be spending his time in jail. But if he didn't do this stuff, man, then it's crazy that the media can come out with all these allegations and stuff like that on people.
Well, it's a certain narrative they want to portray too. And we could talk about that forever, the black men narrative, but they protect their own. So, that's how it is in the media.
Right. Yeah, definitely. And it's crazy. You know what I'm saying? So, it could happen to anybody.
Very, very true. Now moving along from R. Kelly, brother, I see that, in your past, there were some issues with you and Ray J regarding you guys coming out with albums with similar titles. Can you, explain that a little bit?
Yeah, it wasn't really an issue. It was just like, you know what I'm saying? At the time, Ray J came out with a song called I Hit It First, as we know. And that was a huge song because everybody allegedly said that it was about Kim Kardashian. So,
Right.
yeah. So, I came out with an album when I had my Ray J feature, and it was called I Put Her On. So with that all being said, it was kind of like the same type of how do I say this? The same type of message.
Okay.
I put her on, like I took her from this into that. I hit it first. It's kind of presenting that same vibe. So some people gave me flack on that album based on that, but it was still a very successful mixtape.
Okay, that's what's up. All right, because I read that and I'm like, wait a minute. He had a Ray J. I'm about to call him RJ. He had a Ray J feature, but then they got into it. Like the way you said online is like y'all got into it over this, but it was the public's perception.
Yeah, it was really the public's perception, trying to say that I was copying what he was doing, and I was trying to throw shade on some of the past women that I allegedly been with.
Okay. Do you want to talk about some of those women you've allegedly been with?
Man, it's a crazy ride, man. So, I ain't got nothing but love for everybody. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, it is what it is. When you rocking and rolling, it's a lot of things that go on. You know what I'm saying? And it's a lot of women that come out the cuts. It's a lot of women that turn their back on you. You know, and it's just a lot of stuff that goes on, man. So I'm just keeping it real. You know what I'm saying, and putting it in my music.
I feel you, man. Let me ask you this: is it any women that we know, like A-listers or B-listers?
Well, the thing is, I have been in some involvement with women that are in Hollywood and stuff like that, blue check mark you could say, but they aren't like no A-list celebrities or stuff like that. But you know, because of you know, all these allegations that surrounding my name right now, I can't speak on that.
Okay, I feel you on that. Okay. I was just wondering, like, well, damn, wait a minute now. You know, he ain't been with Halle Berry or something, has he? Like,
Yeah.
like, come on, bro.
It's basically like people teaming up against me that's teaming up with the same people that's already hating and
Okay.
putting that together. You get what I'm saying?
Now moving along from the whole Ray J controversy, which was more a public perception issue. Tell us like a little bit about your relationship with the last record label that you were signed to. So that was Warner Brothers.
Well, allegedly it was Warner Music, but really it was a distribution deal with 88 Distribution. Before that,
Okay.
I put out an album with a rapper on Empire Distribution. So I was just shipping around and shopping with distribution deals. I did have multiple meetings with Atlantic Records, but we was not able to come to any agreements.
Ah, okay, got you. Now, just for people that are watching that are not really like that are not in the music industry, they might not know what's the difference between me signing a record deal and me signing a distribution deal. Are you struggling with hair growth issues? Are you ready to finally be able to actually put your hair in a real ponytail and not that little knob? Have you found that beauty supply products leave your hair dry, flat, useless, and dull? And are you ready for a change? And if you are, you need to try some MOOMOO grease. This product was created for us, and nothing will change about your hair if you don't change your regimen. This product can be used in old people, young people, it doesn't matter. The products are 100% vegan, and all of the information for MOOMOO grease is down in the description box below.
Well, it can be a lot of differences and it could be a lot of similarities at the same time. With a
Okay.
distribution deal, it's kind of like, it's more so of like you get to keep more of your royalties, you get to keep more of you kind of more of an independent artist, but you're signed. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? So you have the freedom of an independent artist, but are doing things still with a record label type thing. Like they're distributing your product basically. You know what I'm saying? You have a name, so
Okay.
you link up with them and they
Right.
distribute your product. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you get promotions through them depending on the situation. Sometimes you get money through them depending on the situation. Most of the time, back in the day with the Master P's and the people like that,
Right.
they were already having a name and getting with these distribution companies. So that it was really all they money. You know what I'm saying? The distribution didn't have as much of a promotion effect as some do today. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
But I
Okay.
can only speak
That makes
I
sense.
can only speak for labels like Empire Distribution though,
Right.
because I know some of the things that they do, and they do give artists money sometimes, and they do promote projects sometimes, but some distribution labels will not.
Mm. And when they do give you money, like in advance, right?
Yeah.
Is that just so we can all understand? Is that something that's look just yours? You know, just like we saw Summer Walker, I think they gave her like a Mercedes G Wagon or something. Is that hers or is that something that she got to pay back later?
It all depends, but most of the time it's something you got to pay back later.
Mm.
Most of the time it's something that you got to pay back later, or like it comes out of your musical revenue
Okay.
as an
So kind of
artist.
like you're buying yourself something.
You said what?
So it's kind of like you're buying yourself something.
Yeah, exactly, something like that along the lines of that. So it's a lot of artists right now that are having record label issues, and even people big as Taylor Swift. So it's a lot going on.
Very true. Very true. Okay, man. So let's talk a little bit about like your history in the music business because you're somebody who has what, over like 1 million streams on SoundCloud, if I read that right.
Yeah, well, over 1 million streams altogether on all social media platforms. You know
Okay.
what I'm saying? I did an album with a rapper, and that album alone has 1 million streams. You know what I'm saying? If you go look at the YouTube videos, they're highly streamed and stuff like that. So altogether, that's 1 million plus my SoundCloud. That's like 600,000. So yeah,
Okay.
you know what I'm saying. So yeah,
So tell us
we
how you go
definitely.
from that. But tell us how you go from that to struggling financially, which is a real thing.
You know, I moved to LA. You know, as an artist, I moved to LA, and LA can eat you up and spit you out. Hollywood can eat you up and spit you out, and meaning that is whether you do get signed to a major, whether you don't get signed to a major, the things that you have to do, the things that you have to go through is crazy.
And
And
what are
it's
some of those things? Because we have conspiracies out there, but like, I'm not trying to get you to divulge too much, but give us an example of something that's outrageous that you would have to do in the industry.
you know, I would love to tell you and speak to you that, speak to you about that, but one on one or something like that with all these cameras out of the scene. But as far as speaking about that on camera, I can't speak on that on camera. I can't do it.
Okay, understandable. But I think I get your drift on that. I think I get your drift. So right now, as it stands, are you signed to anybody at all?
Right now, I'm not signed to anybody at all, but all my records are being held up. All my records are being held up. Every
Okay.
time somebody put a record of mine out on YouTube or something like that, it's getting taken down, getting copyrighted off. This little show I was doing, um, this podcast show I was doing, she was trying to put all the music that I had at the end of the podcast and at the beginning of the podcast. They was taking all the videos down, talking about this is copyrighted under, 88 distribution and stuff like that. And so, all my records are being held up right now. So I'm just trying to get all this stuff out the way. You know what I'm saying? And then bounce back with these new records. I got about 2 new records coming out. Well, I got a whole album coming out, to be honest with you, but
Oh, nice.
I got 2 singles. Yeah, I got 2 singles that are very important. I'm working on. One is called "I Admit" Part 1, and the second one is called "No Excuses."
Nice. Okay. No
So
excuse.
shout out to
That's gonna be like a motivational banger.
yeah. That this whole album is gonna be kind of like a testimonial album. You know what I'm saying? We taking it there. The "I Admit" is gonna be like a courtroom vibe to it. But not as far as admitting no crimes, just talking about life and admitting what's really going on.
Now, what is the holdup with ADA? Like, why are they holding up your albums?
They holding up the records right now because when you trying to be positive and you trying to do something positive, man, it's a lot of people that hate on you, man. It's a lot of people that's trying to destroy my name. It's a lot of people that's hating. It's a lot of people that don't want to see me succeed in the music game, man. But I'm gonna keep on pushing and I'm gonna keep on going, man. But the reason why they holding up the records and stuff like that, and I've dealt with an artist and in the past that we got into it over an album, and they took the whole album off iTunes and stuff like that. And I've not received no revenue from this album. It's stuff like that, what I'm saying, that go on in the industry behind closed doors, man. What I'm saying, that nobody know about, man. And basically people are trying to say I'm stealing my own music.
But how do you steal something that, like, do you write your music? I'm not understanding how you stealing something that you're making.
Man, it's crazy. That's what I'm saying. Say you sign something, or say you do a joint album with an artist, right? You know what I'm saying? Okay, me and this artist do a joint album. It's almost the same as you and the white man teaming up at a record label to do a joint project as well.
Okay.
So they gonna put your project out, and really they don't have to give you nothing. You know what I'm saying? They do have to give you something, but if you don't sign the right documentation, if you don't look at what's in front of you and stuff like that, if you taking people word for stuff and stuff like that, that's when stuff like this happens.
Okay. Okay. So it's like a contractual issue between you and ADA, along with maybe, or are they trying to get you to like portray a certain image that you don't want to portray?
It's not even about that. Sometimes it could come down to one person in the building. I will not speak on this person, but
Mhm.
I will not speak on Mr. Harris. But like I said, sometimes it's a lot of people. It's not a lot of people. It's one person. You know what I'm saying? That is a A&R. You know what I'm saying? So a A&R, as we know, is a person that go and discover talent or whatever.
Right.
That one person, people don't understand how much that one person has over your life when you sign that contract. It has over your music and has over your products and everything like that, man. So that's what went on.
Okay, gotcha. So literally, you could have an album, have it done, have it packaged, be like so excited about it, and if you and this one person don't get along, which is normal, man, on any job or any business, you're not gonna like everybody that you work with. You're not gonna agree on everything. But if that one person say, you know what, lock it down, we not releasing it, they could do you kind of like how they did JoJo, like they still.
Yeah, or we could use an example like Mario, the "Let Me Love You" song. Well, a lot of people don't know what happened to Mario. I study R&B. You know what I'm saying? I'm not playing with this stuff. Like, you know what I'm saying? I know what happened to almost every R&B artist. You know what I'm saying? Other
Wow.
people over here wondering and asking, "Oh, what happened to this?" But I already know because I've done my research. So when you're talking about people like Mario, you know what I'm saying? This dude has 7 albums that were ready to go. You know what I'm saying? After the "Let Me Love You" and "Crying Out for Me" albums came out, that was ready to go, right?
Right.
Because of one producer and one problem that he had, they held up all of the albums. So this man got about 5 albums that we still ain't heard to this day that probably would have major hits, you know what I'm saying, back then. That would have been major hits like they was, you know what I'm saying, with "Let Me Love You" and "Crying Out for Me" and "Just a Friend," you know what I'm saying? But
Okay.
because of the person that produced these records, to produce the beats for the records, he don't want Mario on them no more.
Damn. So it's like all that hard work that Mario did is just for nothing.
Exactly. Exactly.
What? Damn. Wow. Because you know what, man? Like coming up, like I was born in the early '90s, so I grew up like '90s, early 2000s, and I remember like seeing a lot of artists, and I'm like, wow, they're dope. And then it's like you just never hear from them again. You get one album, maybe two, and then you're like, what happened to such and such? Or whatever happened to such and such? And a lot of times, like we as the public will make fun of them and say, oh, you a one-hit wonder, or you know, you never really had it,
Right.
all that bullshit. But in reality, it could be, look, I got 5 albums, but they won't let me release them. So it's nothing I can do.
Sometimes it's not the artist. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Sometimes it's really not the artist, man. A lot of people want to blame the artist, but half the time they ain't even in control of their own careers, man. Let's just keep it real, man. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of these artists today, man, they ain't wrote none of their music, man. You know what I'm saying? That's why I respect R.Kelly regardless. I don't respect no allegations surrounding his name. But
Right.
if that's, you know what I'm saying, if that's what it is. But as far as music go, because I'm a music artist, the thing I got to respect about him is he wrote all his music and he wrote for other people, man. And that's more than a lot of artists have even done. Michael Jackson ain't even really probably done all that. You know what I'm
True.
saying? Choreography wise, yes, because he make all his dance moves and got all the people dancing with him and stuff like that, and he create all that. But as far as the songs he's singing, he ain't wrote every single song that he's singing. R. Kelly even wrote him a record.
Yes, yes, he did. You absolutely right about that, and it even kind of like it even reminds me of shoot, Whitney Houston didn't write a lot of her stuff. I'm trying to think
She didn't
who
write
else.
none of it. I love Whitney Houston. That's my favorite artist. But yeah, she didn't write none of her music. Shout out to Dark Child because people don't give him a lot of credit. I want
Yeah,
to give a huge shout out to my brother Dark Child, Rodney Jerkins, because he wrote half the music game of the 2000s and so on. You know, from Destiny's Child to Danielle Jump to a lot of people. I mean, all these hits we hear today, a lot of them Dark Child, Mary J. Blige. I mean, for real.
That's true. I would say probably Dark Child, Timberland,
Yeah,
um,
shout out to him.
Missy. Like they had a lot of them songs on block back in the day. This video has been sponsored by Bella BT. Now, ladies, do you want to bring the spa home to you? Are you ready to rejuvenate that V all while using natural herbs? This V steam is taking over feminine care from sea to shining sea, helping women with fibroids, fertility issues, stress relief, and more. And we can even get them cycles back on track. Use Bella BT, that is owned by licensed esthetician Brittany McDonald. All of her contact information is in the description box below. Hair up now and use that Bella BT so you don't be walking around with the spoil rotten cookie.
Jermaine Dupri, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Nope. Babyface. Yeah.
Babyface, you know what I'm saying? Jermaine Dupri still to this day has the #1 radio song of all time, We Belong Together, by Mariah Carey. So, you know, it's crazy.
So let me say this, man, and don't take offense to it, but like when you're describing the industry, it almost sounds like a plantation.
I mean, damn, you know, if that's what you taking out of it, that's what it, you know, could possibly come out to be like. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy that you said that though, but you know, I mean, in a way it is like that. But you know, like I said, man, I can't speak too low on anything like that, you know what I'm saying, or stuff like that. I still speak highly of the industry because to this day, you know, I'm still proud of all the people that I ran into and met and just having the life I've had. Like, I'll be honest with you, like, you know what I'm saying? Things have been crazy, but if it wasn't for me having this music and doing and creating this name for myself and creating this career and creating the fact when you go look on my Instagram, this is what you see and you interested when you see that and you go check out the music. Damn, the music match up too. Like he ain't just no whack ass dude making
Right.
music and making moves. Like he making moves and his music good. I make good music, so I'm not gonna give up. You know what I'm saying? I'm never just gonna be like, oh, my career done, oh, R&B done. Like, man, fuck that. Excuse my language, man. You know what I'm saying? But fuck that, man. I will not rest. That's one thing I won't do. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna rest, man. You know what I'm saying? And that's period.
And that's good, man. I love that you got that fight because honestly, man, if you don't believe in you, ain't nobody gonna believe in you. So you definitely got the right mindset. So let me ask you this. For the kid that's at home, 14, 15 years old, and they want to be in the industry one day, if you could give them like a couple of tips, what would you say to them?
I say this, man. Make sure that you know what you're doing. I say this. Don't listen to the majority, because the majority gonna tell you that you can't do it. The majority gonna tell you that it's not gonna happen. And another thing, don't ever disregard another person's talent. Don't ever disregard another person. Don't ever think you above nobody. You know what I'm saying? Don't ever think you better than nobody. You know what I'm saying? Stay humble and stay working hard. You know what I'm saying? And I believe, regardless, that's what's gonna get you there. I don't give a damn if I am on an usher level right now. I'm happy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm happy when I look at my career. When I look at my Instagram, I'm happy because I made it farther than a lot of people, man. You know what I'm saying? That's still trying to do something right now or haven't even hit, 10,000 streams on SoundCloud for one single. Like, it's crazy. So, you know what I'm saying?
You absolutely right about that. Like, and you can't compare yourself to other people. You are running your own race. Like, this is you. You are your own competition. So
Right.
you
But
can
you know
like,
how it is in the music game.
yeah,
They compare you to all these people. You know what I'm saying? Like when they brought me in to Atlantic Records, oh man, you could be the next. Get what I'm saying? You could be the next whoop-de-woo. You could be the next. Get what I'm saying?
they do it, brother. Brother, I just do YouTube and they do it to me. I get on here and they like, that's the male version of Kaya. No, I'm just me. Like I'm just me. That's it.
Yeah. No, for real. Straight up.
So okay, so you work with a lot of people. You got an extensive resume. Is
Yeah.
there anybody out there that you would still want to work with? Like, damn, if I could just do one song with them or one album or anything.
It's a lot of people. It's a lot of people, man. But I'm a name the people that matter to me the most that I can't do it with. And
Okay.
that would be Michael Jackson and Whitney Houston. Really, Whitney Houston. I mean, like, that was my number one thing. Like, I was trying to, and Ray J was able to get on the song with Whitney Houston, so that was monumental. But nobody heard the record like that. It's called "It'll Be Okay." It's like
Okay.
a gospel type song. But and I thought that was monumental. But that's close enough for me. You know what I'm saying? Because I got a song with Ray J, so that's close enough for me in a way. But and meeting R. Kelly, because R. Kelly had a real good relationship with Whitney Houston. Her last album was titled "I Look to You," and that was the top single that R. Kelly made for her album. So, you know, Whitney Houston, man, I definitely have to say that. But it's a lot of people I want to work with. I want to work with Jermaine Dupri, Chris
Okay.
Brown, just a lot of people, man. Just anybody that's Pleasure P, anybody that's really representing R&B and they here for R&B. Joe, just a
Okay.
lot of people, man.
You know what? I got an idea. I mean, what about I don't even know if you have her contact info, but what about K Michelle?
Oh, shout out to K Michelle. I definitely would want to work with K Michelle. Definitely. You know what I'm saying? She a great artist. That Can't Raise a Man is a monumental song. You know what
Man,
I'm saying? Monumental.
just her man, just her voice. It's like her voice, her writing ability. It's like you don't really know anybody
Amazing.
else that's doing that right now.
Yeah. She amazing. Sierra. I mean, it's a lot of people, man. It's a lot of people, man, that I like, but I like mostly the older artists.
Okay.
I'm more of an old soul. So I'm 24, but I listen to R&B. You know what I'm saying? I'm not really with all this new stuff. Like, I listen to it. I'm not saying, don't get me wrong. I know about all the new artists and stuff, but as far as what I'm here to represent and what I listen to on a daily, most of the time, it's gonna be R&B.
I
Whether
feel
it's
you.
from the new generation of R&B or the old generation of R&B, but it's gonna be R&B.
Cause you know what, man, when you think about it, it's like all the stuff now really sounds the same, to be honest. I don't know if it's one person writing all the shit, but it really
Yeah,
all sounds the same. But I know
yeah.
for me, I would say like from the 90s, I like it all the way up until '07, and then that's about it.
Yeah. I say that it's kind of like that too. You know what I'm saying? But it's a couple new artists that's doing their thing. So shout out to them. But as far as but I'll be honest with you, at the end of the day, it's not a lot of independent R&B artists at the same time. When we talking about California, and then when we want to break down California, because we not together. You know what I'm saying? As much as people might say we're not together, the Bay Area is separate and LA is separate and the music game is separated. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? So what I want to say to that is, if we talking about where I'm at, it's not many independent R&B artists at all. So I'm definitely in that top 5. And that's
Okay.
humbly, that's
Speaking
being
of top
humble. I'm
five,
humble saying that.
speaking of top five, I'm glad you brought that up because this is something that's been out. Jacquees say he the king of R&B. Somebody else say they the king of R&B. In your opinion, who is the king of R&B?
So you said, who do I think is the king?
Yes.
It's a lot. I believe that it's many kings of R&B. First of all, let me say that I believe that it's many kings of R&B. But I do believe that as far as a person like Jacquees coming out and saying they the king, I don't believe that he's the king in any type of way for this generation at all, in my opinion. You got to have more material. You got to have more music. And I don't even think he wrote, half the songs that he got. You know what I'm saying? It's just different. Like, when you're talking about you the king, like, to me, the king is a person that wrote many of his records, that even wrote for other people, that what I'm saying, that is just real R&B, and the vocals are there, the performances are there, because it takes a lot to say that you a king. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Just off of people listening to a song, like, everybody, Michael Jackson, he wasn't the king of pop just because he made good, he just because he could sing.
Right.
Let's put it that way. Michael Jackson was not the king of pop just because he could sing
It was
good. You know
everything.
what I'm saying? It's everything, man. So performances. I mean, that's legendary. All these artists, Whitney Houston, these are legendary people that had legendary performances, legendary Grammy awards that a lot of African Americans don't receive, brother. So you know, when you say that you the king of R&B or something like that, man, you just got to have the stats to back it up. Now, if you want to talk about underground, or if you want to talk about you know, upcoming, maybe a prince of R&B, or if you want to talk about what you want to be, that's okay. But you know, I just think it was whack. You know what I'm saying? In my opinion, I think it was whack that Jacquees came out with an album called King of R&B. I thought that was whack.
Yeah, I was just like, when that first came out, I was just like, yeah, oh, okay. Whatever you want
Ain't
to call
nobody
it.
listening to that motherfucker like that, you know.
Right. Now,
It got a couple
Amari,
good records on there. I'll be honest. I'm not gonna
right.
hate on the brother. I like the song "Risk It All."
Okay.
It's a couple records on there. I'm not a hater. It's a couple records on there that go crazy and that's some good music. But it was, if you're gonna come out with an album called King of R&B, you better have some damn 12 play.
Yeah, some we can play from beginning to end. You're right.
I'm just saying.
Now, let me ask you this, Amari, for the ladies that's watching, because they're gonna want to know: are you single, married? What's the deal?
I'm single. But you know, a brother do need that wifey one day.
Oh, so are you single and looking, or are you single and like if it happens, it just happens?
If it happens, it happens. But at the same time, I've had a lot of blessings in my life with a lot of good women. So, you know, I know that it will come. Is what I mean. I know that God puts everybody in your life for a certain reason, in my opinion. So, you know, I'm chilling, man, because I basically sit like I'm sitting in the car right now, and I let God take the wheel, you know.
Okay.
I just sit back, and whatever happens, man. So, you know, I'm for R&B. I'm for love. I'm for relationships. So I think that's important in life.
I agree, man. Like
This
everybody needs
generation,
love. Despite what they say, everybody needs it.
yeah, especially in this generation, for sure. I feel like that's what we're missing. So, you know, everybody's so in the club and stuff like that. But it's like after you go to the club, you know, after all that's done, you know, just like my mother used to do when she's cleaning the house, you play R&B music. When you at a family function, you play R&B music. When you in the morning, Sunday morning, you play R&B music. So, you know, I don't know what's going on with this generation, but that's what I grew up doing.
I feel you. You right. You right. Because R&B would just set the mood. People get along. People happy. It's just it just.
I mean, we set the mood for you to. I mean, we set the mood for you to get some, and it's like, you know, I don't know.
Yeah. Well, Amari, is there anything else you wanted to let the audience know?
You know, man, just doing this whole music and just the whole career it's been crazy. Even though it's been a rocky road. I want to be honest with you though, and I don't even want to light up this, but I'm gonna light it up.
That's right.
Light it up.
Cali, I keep forgetting.
You know, weed is legal, and shout out to you know, corporations that I'm working with right now, you know, in Humboldt County and stuff like that. And, you know, Solano County and Sonoma County, we're working on a lot of things with the weed industry, just like Ray J is doing and a lot of these other artists. But that's on, you know, that's on other things. But also, like I wanted to say, you know, we're working on also trying to help find some of these missing people that's going on in the world right now. I'm using my music and I'm using my following to do something real positive right now. So that's what I'm doing. I'm getting into the political debates. I'm getting into a lot of things that other R&B artists would not get into, or typical R&B artists would not get into. But it's all going to go down and make me more of a legendary accommodation, like Nipsey Hussle. Some of these people, it wasn't just all about their music. It was more about the messages that they portrayed and what they tried to do for the people and what they tried to do for the community.
Yes.
But I'll be honest with you, brother. I'll be honest with you. I really feel like I was cheated out of my whole career. And it's not the weed, it's not the liquor. I don't drink alcohol, so it's not none of that right now. I'm not high as hell. I'm just speaking my truth.
Right.
I'm just speaking my truth. I feel like I was cheated out of my whole career.
You know, just looking at your resume, looking at your history, all the work you've done, ADA holding up your albums, all the other stuff you've been through, that stuff we would never even know or understand. I would have to agree.
Do you like smelling good? Do you like snuggling up with your man and having him be like, baby, what is that? Well, I got a solution for you. All you got to do is check out Blessed Fragrances, okay? Blessed Fragrances was started by a woman named Bridgett over 20 years ago. And she has been making body oils, body sprays, roll-ons, colognes, and perfumes for an affordable price. So you could go into a room smelling like Dior, smelling like Gucci, smelling like Yves Saint Laurent, without having to pay $90, $95, $115 for a bottle this damn small. Use my discount code STORM and you can get 15% off your order today.
I would have to agree. It kind of almost seems like if you don't, play the game, then it's like you don't really have a chance.
And it's like, and it's crazy what you got to deal with after the facts. Like nobody understands what I got to deal with, as far as like people coming up to you and once supporting you and once, wanting to be with you and be, bring all their friends around you and women bringing you to all these parties and functions, taking you to cities that you've never been to, but treating you like like a celebrity and just introducing you to all these people, and you looked at it so great, kind of like Chris Brown when he first came out. And it's just like, then they turn their back on you. It's like when the career go, the girl go, the money go, the cars go, and just everything go, and you just here to figure it out.
Yeah. And it's sad. It's sad because
I don't give a fuck no more. I'm gonna be honest. I don't give a fuck no more. That's why that's why I'm doing these interviews, and that's why I'm speaking my truth. I don't give a fuck no more, because these people already ain't gonna dictate what I'm doing. Because of a rumor, because of allegations. I basically lost the whole career, almost lost the whole career. So I'm not concerned about none of that because of me listening to the wrong people. I'm not concerned about none of that. I don't give a fuck no more. I'm gonna speak my truth, and that's what I'm doing.
And that's what you should do.
You
should be afraid
if I die tomorrow, if I die tomorrow, I want people to know I feel like I was cheated.
Okay. Well, let me ask you this too. Where do you see yourself in the next 5 to 10 years?
In the next 5 or 10 years, I see myself doing a lot of positive things for the community, turning around my whole lifestyle. I see me working with a lot of people to try to fix what's going on in these communities, in these inner cities. That's what I see going on right now, brother. And sometimes, that's what it is, man. Sometimes you do something and you did what you did with that, and now it's time to take that and do something else, kind of like Ray J did with his music, and now he's doing Raycon with the technology company and scooters and stuff like that. It's like that's what you have to do. You have to find your niche in the industry, some kind of way, or publicly. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not all about the industry. That's what I'm here to tell you. Like, it's not all about the industry. It's not all about the music. It's not all about that. It's also about how your music affect people. And if it has an effect on people, and it had an effect on people in the past, which my music has, I've got a lot of comments on it. I can take that and make it into something even more positive.
Absolutely.
About life and giving people hope.
And you know what? Even just listening to you, I don't know if you've ever thought about doing this, but I could see you like creating some kind of like musical community center in your neighborhood where like teenagers and kids and whatever situation they're in can come and learn how to play instruments and learn how to use their voice. I can see you doing that just from what you're talking about.
Definitely, man, and that's something I definitely want to do. You know what I'm saying? Create music schools, because one thing I do got to say this about R. Kelly. One thing about R. Kelly, And out of all the allegations and stuff like that, I'm gonna say this: I feel like it was messed up that he never got the opportunity. I don't know who was around him and who was stopping him, but for him to not create a real record label and really, try to, better the community, for him not to, you know, really create something, you know what I'm saying? Like be basically a first R&B artist to be a pioneer, like a P. Diddy. Like, you did 2 albums with Jay-Z, dog. You know what I'm saying? Like, that brother didn't give you no game. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just saying, like, you were in that same tax bracket as them niggas.
Yeah.
To be able to do something like them. But
basically
instead,
to be a boss.
I guess instead he was too focused on the women.
Yeah, well, yeah, I would agree. Because when you describe Diddy, when you describe Jay-Z, you're talking about a boss. And R.Kelly, he didn't. I just don't think that was a priority for him. I think he had women, and he was good.
Yeah.
Until it fell apart.
Exactly.
All right, man. Well, tell the audience. Oh shit! Tell the audience where we can actually find your music and your social media info.
Man, search me up on Google, Amari J, Amari space J, just the letter. SoundCloud.com, official Amari J. Instagram, official Amari J. Twitter, official Amari J. Man, we just real official out here, man, and we rocking and rolling. You know what I'm saying? Heartbreak Hotel, the album is out. Introduction to R&B Thuggin', it's out. I Put Her On, it's out. All Eyes on Me, it's out.
No, you ready to switch up your look? Do you want a new dude to surprise your man with? Are you sick and tired of having to constantly curl and straighten your hair every morning only to be left with irreversible damage? Well, don't you worry, because Bundles Only got you covered. See, Bundles Only got that Malaysian yaki, that Brazilian hair. They are on Instagram and Facebook under Bundles Only Inc. And check out their website today to get Brazilian, Malaysian, Indian frontals, closures, sew-in weaves, and lace wigs. Their links are in the description box below.
Lotus Radiance is a company that I had to come and talk to you guys about because this product here keeps my skin smooth, smelling good, and of course it is made with all natural ingredients, so I don't have to worry about breaking out and my eczema acting up. What I like to do is to get me $1 for this, rub it in my hands, and rub it in the desired areas that you want to smell good and look good. Get all moisturized up in here. Wintertime, so guess what? It is not cute to be ashy. Get you some Lotus Radiance.
It's a storm show. Ay, it's a storm show.